Hello, and welcome to Voices of Ethics. I'm Isaiah Thomas.
And I'm Adrianna Johnson. Thanks for tuning in. Today, we're diving into a major issue in marketing that affects both businesses and consumers: greenwashing. You've probably seen products advertised as eco-friendly, sustainable, or green, but the truth behind those claims isn't always so clear.
Exactly. Greenwashing happens when companies exaggerate or make false claims about being environmentally responsible, often just to look good. They use misleading language, imagery, or marketing tactics to make people believe they're greener than they really are.
And it's tricky because sometimes it's really subtle. Companies may use terms like natural or eco-conscious without providing proof. This can make consumers feel like they're making a responsible choice even if the impact is minimal or non-existent.
A striking example is the Volkswagen clean diesel scandal. They claimed their cars had low emissions, but it turned out they were cheating emissions tests using software. This isn't just misleading, it's deception that harms trust, the environment, and public perception.
And greenwashing doesn't just happen in the auto industry. Fashion, food, and even tech companies have been called out for misleading sustainability claims. Fast fashion brands often promote conscious collections made from recycled materials, but only a tiny portion of their overall supply chain is actually sustainable.
Food brands can be guilty too. You might see packaging with images of trees or oceans, suggesting eco-friendliness, while their production processes are still resource-intensive or environmentally damaging.
So why does this matter? It's not just marketing fluff, it's about honesty, accountability, and responsibility. Greenwashing misleads consumers, erodes trust, and slows progress toward real sustainability.
Let's examine it through ethics, starting with utilitarianism. This theory asks whether an action produces the greatest good for the greatest number.
For a utilitarian perspective, greenwashing may seem beneficial in the short term. It can boost sales, attract eco-conscious customers, and improve brand image. But in reality, it harms more than it helps. Consumers are misled, genuinely sustainable competitors are disadvantaged, and the planet continues to suffer.
Exactly. The negative consequences outweigh any short-term gains, and that's why ethical reflection is important. Businesses have influence, but that influence comes with responsibility.
Another useful lens is stakeholder theory, which suggests companies have ethical responsibilities to all their stakeholders, not just shareholders. That includes customers, employees, communities, and the environment itself.
When a company lies about sustainability, it betrays all of these groups. Employees may feel demoralized, customers feel deceived, and communities may suffer environmental damage. Rebuilding trust is difficult and can take years.
But there's hope. Greenwashing is getting difficult to get away with. Regulators are stepping in. For instance, the European Union recently passed stricter rules banning vague claims like eco-friendly unless companies can provide proof.
And that's a big step forward. Transparency and accountability are no longer optional. Companies must show evidence of their sustainability efforts, not just claim them.
Consumers are becoming more informed too. Online reviews, investigative journaling, and sustainability readings help people see through marketing hype. Transparency is increasingly a competitive advantage.
And here's an important point. Being honest doesn't mean you're perfect. Businesses can still admit they're improving. Sharing both success and areas for growth builds trust, more than exaggerated claims ever could.
Exactly. Doing good and doing well aren't opposites. Companies that genuinely care about sustainability not only help the planet, but also build stronger reputations and foster loyalty.
So, what can consumers do? We can ask questions, we can look for evidence, and we can be skeptical of marketing that sounds too good to be true. We can seek out brands with clear reporting and verifiable results.
And for businesses, the message is clear. Greenwashing may seem clever, but it's ethically wrong. It damages trust, misleads customers, and ultimately hurts both society and business itself.
The takeaway is simple. Honesty, transparency, and measurable action form the foundation of ethical business practices.
Well said. That's our episode for today. Thanks for joining us as we explored greenwashing, ethics, and the responsibility businesses have to do better.
I'm Isaiah Thomas.
And I'm Adrianna Johnson.
This was Voices of Ethics. See you next time.
And remember, look beyond the labels, ask questions, and support businesses that make a difference.